y'all. I know this is a bit much, but I'm just gonna keep it real, you know? Why not? It's the YouTube, so welcome back to the Lauren Hendricks Network. Thank you for watching. Make sure you subscribe and make sure you follow me on Instagram. It's Lauren Hendricks _. It's LLAURYNHENDRIX _. So today, basically what I got on my face is this black mask, peel off mask. It's supposed to basically like detox your skin. It's supposed to bring back like the natural youthful glow, make it really smooth and soft and make your pores not as visible. Usually I use this one, 𝕃𝒉𝒆𝒏. I think I did a video before of me using this one. I don't know if you can see it, but yeah, 𝕃𝒉𝒆𝒏. I'm not gonna lie, I did and like this one. It's like an illuminating diamond peel. But I wanted to try this one because this one was supposed to be more of a purifying peel off than it did. So it basically detoxes the skin instead of just making it, you know, have the healthy glow. But, you know, whatever. And this one is like it has like this diamond pearl stuff in the mask, which gives you the illumination. So I'm really trying to see what's the difference between the two. After I get through, oh yes, and also I put this, I don't know if you can see it, hold up. The light's too bright. But anyways, it's like this pomade for your lips. You're supposed to put it on your lips and up under your eyes to actually help hydrate them. But I just put it on my lips while I have the mask on because no need for me to put this under my eyes right now while I have the mask on. But after I get through doing that, I said I was gonna put this other hydrating mask on. I really actually like this. It's very creamy and thick, and like you literally put it on and keep it on for like 3 to 5 minutes and your skin is so moisturized and just so soft, and I love it. So that's pretty much what I'm doing as for the facial treatment today. So basically what I wanted to talk about besides my facial treatments, and look, I'm talking like a mummy. I can't even move my face now. Like literally, it feels like I'm going, but bear with me. I can't take it right now. This is too funny. But I just wanted to talk about how some of my experiences as a model has been kind of weird and kind of funny for me. I never try to pretend like I'm perfect and I know what I'm doing all the time when it comes to modeling. That's why I'm not afraid to help other models or beginning models, to help them, you know, guide them through their career, because I always feel like, you know, sometimes I remember when I first started, a lot of people didn't want to really help me or tell me how to do this or show me the way it's supposed to be, because a lot of times people think that, like I always say, they see something in you that you don't necessarily see in yourself, and so they think that you're gonna take something from them, and which is not even true, because I always believe that what's for me is for me, and once I give some information and that person takes whatever job that I have, or earn the job, let me clarify that, earn the job that I have done before, or whatever position or whatever it is, I just feel like God has something else for me and it's time for me to move on, or whatever it is. It's not like you should taking something from you. You should be happy that you've helped somebody get to their dreams, because just like you have dreams, and you had dreams and things and aspirations that you want to do. And this made me laugh because I remember the first time I drove from Huntsville, Alabama to come to a hair ed audition that I had gotten. Okay, so I had a friend of mine, he was trying to help me. I'm not gonna lie, he really was trying to help me. He got some comp cards made for me. And at this time, I really didn't have that many pictures. I had taken a lot of amateur pictures with people, just, you know, trying to get me up to par, because the plan was for me to move to Atlanta, which I did maybe a month or two later. So I drove up here, just was like, okay, I'm gonna go to this hair ad. I'm gonna go. And I didn't really have any actual hard copies of anything. I really recently had just got off work. Before I moved to Atlanta, I was working for Ability Plus, which is an agency who gives care to people that are disabled and their parents are too old or have passed away and can't take care of them anymore. So I really did enjoy it.
I'm not gonna lie, this is so off topic, but it gives me so much joy to help people and make them feel good. So that was a good experience that I had with that. It just taught me a big lesson about not being so selfish and count your blessings, because you could have been that person that had these problems or these illnesses, but God blessed you and you're not, you know? So you have to really count your blessings a lot of times.
But back to the topic. So I literally jumped up the next morning and was like, bumping, I'm about to drive down here. So I drove down there, got there around, I think the audition was around like 2 o'clock. I got there because, you know, Huntsville from Atlanta is like 4 hours. And I had been tired because I did an overnight shift. You know, I had 2 different shifts. Sometimes I worked in the day, sometimes I did overnight. So I had just got through doing my overnight shift, which I have gotten out of work around like 8 a.m., 9 a.m. So I took a nap, jumped up, drove, you know, down there, and I think the audition ended at like maybe 6 or 7 or something like that, whatever. I can't remember exactly what time it actually ended, but all I know is I had gotten here on time to make it for the audition. So the only thing I had was this comp card that my friend had made for me. It was not a correct way to make a comp card. It literally said, I am Lauren Hendricks at the top, and had all these different random pictures. And then on the back, it had some of the you know, things, like I said, I was a new model. Some of the things that I have done, you know, thus far, which wasn't that much at all. If I could literally find it, I had a copy laying around here. And when I find it, I'm gonna like seriously video record it so you can see what I mean by it wasn't a real comp card at all. So as I drive down there, go to the audition, a very known and popular photographer was, he's done so many things, and I don't say people names, but done so many freaking things. I'm talking about amazing commercials, large campaigns, hair campaigns, and all this kind of stuff. That man looked at me and looked at my card and laughed in my face. Literally, just as funny as this on my face right now, he laughed in my face. And I'm not gonna lie, from that point, I freaking felt like the lowest thing on earth. And I honestly, I couldn't even help it. I was like, what's funny? Because I really didn't know how to respond to that, because my feelings were so hurt. Like, he really was like choking up, trying not to laugh at me of my comp card, the card that I had given him, because it was so funny to him, because he was like, she has no idea what she's doing. But the funny thing is, it's like, even though it hurt me, I never gave up.
I don't fucking like you.
What?
I said I don't fucking like you.
You don't like me?
No.
Look. Bitch, I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck.
The funny thing about it is, when I moved back to Atlanta, I actually did get the next ad and actually worked with that particular photographer. And the funniest thing about that whole thing is, me and him have worked together several times. We are actually, you know, pretty cool, and he really enjoys my art now, you know, and he sees my progress. Ooh, shoot. Ooh, shoot. Okay, there we go. He saw my progress as a model, and that's what it's all really about in life. It's about progression. It's not where you come from, it's where you're going. And I like I said, you can't be too prideful to admit. Woo! There we go. Oh, my skin is glowing. I need to wipe the rest of this out. But you can't be too prideful to admit when you don't know something, or when you first started. Because, like, that's what I seen, like, a lot of people try to pretend like they just knew everything when they first started modeling, or whatever they're doing, that they just knew what to do. And that's not true. You know, you have to learn from somewhere. You have to go through experiences and really experience life to know what it was like, you know, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, God takes you through things so that you can learn the lesson, so that you can get better. It's not to hurt your feelings. It's not meant for you to feel less than what you are. It's for you to get better. And like I said, you know, this is the advice that I give you. Before you go to any casting call or any audition, make sure you know what kind of casting it is. You always should know what kind of wardrobe to wear. Like usually for any casting call, they want things that are more fitted. Like, so wear some slim cut jeans, high waist or low waist. I prefer high waist because I feel like it accentuates my body best, but know your body type. And either like anything plain white tank top or t-shirt, or plain black tank top or t-shirt fitted, that fits your body, that's fitted. And I always tuck mine into my pants so that people can see, you know, my waist and everything and my measurements. And always wear some kind of simple heel, you know, simple black pump, or, you know, simple black, you know, boot or something simple so they can see you. Because the point of being a model is being a canvas. You know what I mean? Like a canvas, they can paint the picture on you. So you have to be the mannequin for them. And always do your research and make sure that you are appropriate for what you're going for, especially when it comes to comp cards and whether you have a headshot and resume. Always make sure you have a headshot and resume, regardless of whether they ask you for one or not. The only time that I have never took a headshot or a resume with me when I went to a casting call was if they say you don't have to bring one. And with companies and major ads and stuff, they will literally tell you like, hey, you don't have to bring a headshot, or you don't have to bring a comp card. We already have your information. They will tell you particularly what you need to bring and what you don't need to bring. So make sure that you are aware of everything, and don't just skim over the email. Actually read the email and know the exact directions, and make sure that you Google the address to the location so you can be aware of where you're going, so you won't get lost and you won't be too late. Or, you know, you have a prior engagement and you want to hurry up and go to casting. Prepare to leave the house, you know what I'm saying, at least, I say an hour before the actual time, depending on how far you are from the actual casting. You need to leave and have at least 30 minutes before the actual casting starts so that you can be like one of the first people in there, especially if you have a prior engagement or some kind of, a lot of times what happened to me, I have castings and I'll have to go to an actual booking after the casting. So I would Google and make sure I got there at least 30 to 45 minutes before. And, you know, especially depending on what time the actual event that I had been booked for was. And so I can make sure that I can get in there and get out and go to my booking or whatever I had a prior engagement for. But that's just basically all I really had to say. I just wanted to let y'all know that never be afraid to mess up, you know, and don't be afraid of times where you've been embarrassed or you didn't know something, you know, just be prepared. And I don't want you to make the same mistakes I made. So make sure that you prepare, you read the emails, you understand what's going on, you know how to dress, you know what kind of pictures they need you to bring. Make sure you take your resume. If you don't have any modeling experience at all yet, okay, you know, people understand it if you're a fresh face and you don't have any modeling experience yet. Just bring your headshot or bring the best element that you have to headshots, because people understand when you don't, you know, you're new and you don't really have the resources or the things that they're looking for just yet. That doesn't mean that you are not going to get it, you know. I mean, even like I said, go on Google and Google first time model. If I don't have, you know what I'm saying, certain little things, like if you don't have a headshot, if you don't have a resume, it'll tell you like, okay, this is what you need to bring or have. Or sometimes, a lot of times when it comes to casting, when they respond to you, submit pictures first, and then they want to see you in person. A lot of times you can ask them questions, because they usually be like, do you have any questions? And you can ask them, well, what if I'm a first time model and I don't have a headshot or I don't have a resume? What would be applicable for me to bring to you if I don't have these things, you know, certain things, you know, like that. So, and they'll tell you, most of the time, they'd rather for you to be prepared and do it, because it really shows whether you're lazy or not. You know, if you're prepared to show things that they said was okay to bring instead of this or that, or don't worry about it, or we'll use this, you know, because honestly, if they gave you a call back, that means they're interested in you. So take that and run with it. Because there's so many people that actually go in and send emails for these castings and don't make the cut. So even if you don't get the gig, think about it. It's not because you're not beautiful, not because you're not the right body, or, you know, your body's messed up, or you're fat, or this or that, all the negative things that I know I've felt before because I couldn't understand, like, why I didn't get it, you know? But guess what? You just wasn't the actual, what they're looking for this particular ad. You know, it's society, it's real. It's like everybody has a look they're going for certain ads or certain commercials or certain movies. Two people that have the same characteristics can come in, and you'll see this a lot being a model. Like, you'll be amazed at how many girls that be like, I'm like, we are all kind of favor, you know, because they have a particular body type or a particular look they're going for. So of course you're gonna see most people that y'all kind of favor or have the same features, or your hair is the same, or your body types are the same. That's just the way it is. And whenever they find what they're looking for and whoever they choose, that's just the way it is. It wasn't that you wasn't good enough. It's just next time, you know, you'll get the next gig. It just wasn't, that one just wasn't for you because they wanted they just wanted something else. I mean, that's hard to say, but this business is very directing, and people want what they want. It's nothing you can do about it. And I just want y'all to make sure y'all, you know, stay positive and pray and just realize that you are beautiful. You're wonderful. God created you the way you are on purpose, and just be happy and keep going. Don't let a no make you stop. You're going to hear a million no's. You know how many no's I done got? How many times I've been sick because I just knew I nailed the audition and I did not get it? Did not get it. And then when I see the person who got it, I'm like, okay, I see it. I can see it. I see why they chose her. She did a great job. You know what I'm saying? That's all you can say, because once you see the visual, you be like, oh, I see why they chose her. Okay, I get it. Okay, next, move on, next casting, next audition. You know, that's all you do. That's all you can do. So y'all just stay brave, keep going, believe in yourself, and you are truly beautiful regardless of what anybody says or what you think about yourself. So peace, love, and happiness, and thanks for tuning in. Bye.